What's up, guys? Welcome to the Vice Vlog. I'm TJ.
I'm Justin.
And you shouldn't be wearing that shirt. We know that motherfucker ain't running nowhere. All right, guys. Got him drinking now on the job. I want to show you guys something special that we got. Cory with Boosted. You guys know the OG Cory V.
OG.
Yeah. Anyways, he sent us some of his new salt, Nick, and it's pretty damn dope. Like I said, Boosted was always my favorite. The OG.
Oh, the OG Boosted?
Hashtag we stay boosted.
Boom.
But anyways, Cory, thank you, man. And if you guys get an opportunity to try this stuff out, make sure you do, because it's pretty damn dope. Tastes just like the free-base Boosted. So a little more of a snap to it.
Now, of course, you guys know, we about a month ago, we got broken into like over at our other store.
5 fucking times?
Yeah.
That's pretty bullshit.
More like
3.
3, but who's counting?
I exaggerate. I get that. The exaggeration I get from my mother. Sorry. We got broken in 5 times. Apparently it was 3.
Or 7. We got broken into.
Yeah, and they were like 12, 13, 15-year-olds. How does that happen?
Little shits. Anyway, this might just never mind. Due to legal reasons,
Whip some ass!
Right? After that break-in, of course, we're in Facebook groups, and we know a lot of people in the industry, friends with people that own shops in other states and whatnot. And what actually prompted this little boring segment, because I know a lot of you are going to find it boring, like this guy finds it boring, and is to just kind of go over some pointers that maybe you guys as shop owners and or employees just aren't thinking about, like shop security, pointers. And like one of the recent break-in videos, or it was just a still, it wasn't a full video.
Oh, you mean after they cut the power?
Not from us.
Okay, gotcha.
From this shop in another state.
Gotcha. But we share all that stuff because you never know.
You never know. But it was one image of from this camera, and like the camera was in like the far corner opposite, basically everything important. And given the camera angle and how far away it was, you couldn't really see shit. I mean, like you could barely make out what it said on their shirts, let alone any kind of like facial details, things like that.
Dude, we had a lot of compliments on our setup, the way we have it and the setup that we use. And the setup that we use to the shop owners that watch this and want to know, we use the Night Owl 5.0, which is a pretty good camera setup.
Not bad.
We got 2 different ones. We had, I think originally we bought a 6 camera and we bought a 4 camera. Our shops are not huge, so we didn't need to go all out until after we got broke into. Then I wish we would have had 8 cameras, but leads me to another fault. And I take the blame for this one. I did not have a battery backup on our system at the time, and it was just something that I didn't really think about.
Yeah, I mean, you don't think about shit like that. You plug it in, okay, we're good.
We're good. Yeah, who's gonna fucking knock the power box clean off the wall? But we're backed up now, so we're backed up, on backed up, and barred, and we have the security systems.
Yeah, surveillance systems are relatively cheap, for what you're
getting.
Yeah, for what you're getting and what you're covering. Your shop, your livelihood. $400 for a 6 camera. Even now, the one I looked at Costco, it was $399. They gave you 4 4K indoor-outdoor cameras and 2 1080p cameras and a 1 terabyte, DVR. For $400, that's a hell of a deal. And you get multiple cameras that you can run throughout your entire shop instead of just having 1 camera.
And not only that, we're able to look at your shop and your inventory and everything remotely on your phone and on the computer screens, and we have it going to everybody's phone. So we all know what's going on here at night. So unfortunately, that brings me to our next point, which is our security system, as far as alarm system. It works now.
It works now. It took us a month.
Yeah, a little late. But if you guys are with ADT, I would highly recommend you double check your system and make sure that everything works, because we had two of the break-ins were, I mean, it should have picked them up, and it didn't. But we had something going wrong with the system, and they've came out and straightened us out. But it was a sketchy mess for a minute. So
Right.
we're definitely not happy with that. But it is what it is. I mean, it should all be right now. So.
It should be.
Should
be.
Matter of fact, did we check again?
We probably should.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, definitely have your security. It doesn't matter who you're with. I mean, ADT, definitely check it. But any security system, check them regularly. You know, make sure your motion detectors are picking up correctly, because that was one of the issues that we had with our original ADT install. Is apparently the motion detectors that were installed were only rated for like 10 feet.
But
15 feet.
And they were traveling the path that was 12 feet away from the motion detector.
Yeah, I mean, they were just outside of the range. And, you know, even the second, the good installer that came out, you know, he was like, well, I don't know why he installed it all the way the hell up there. And
we're like, geez, bud, we don't know why either.
Right. Then, you know, we paid you guys $600 for the install.
Which should have been free.
Yeah.
But who cares about that?
But yeah, so, you know, security systems, you know, get them checked. Battery backup, every fucking thing.
Twice.
Multiple cameras. Don't just have one tiny ass camera way off in the distance thinking you're going to be set.
Yep.
And that was one of the things we did here. We did it over at, when we were at Stop 11. As we were installing it, we were checking camera placements before we hard mounted them, like to the wall or the ceiling or whatever, you know, kind of like going out in the middle of the floor and standing, okay, can you see, you know, whatever.
Yeah. We made sure we had every angle covered.
Yeah. So, I mean, you got to do shit like that.
And you know what? We had a lot of compliments on our video footage. Even the detectives and the news people, I mean, they wanted our footage, they wanted to use our footage, and I had multiple messages after the fact asking what system were we using. You know, oh, was it a high quality one? Well, high enough.
Right, high enough. It got us covered.
If it's set, yeah, thank God, because I mean, we had them guys within an hour of the first break-in, but it, you know, it is what it is there.
Yeah.
But
8 Mile.
fucking pulled a U, didn't I? Anyways, guys, we had the same security system set up at our Stop 11 store, and it kept giving us notifications that we had motion going on in our store when nobody was there, but no alarms were triggered, nothing.
Right.
So Justin's nosy ass digs through all of our footage.
Well, I mean,
and
no one else knows how to do it. It's not.
The funny part about it wasn't anybody in particular. It was I have a thing that my dad made. It has a cross on it, and I've always kind of hung it up on my wall in my offices, and just, you know, sentimental stuff. This thing jumps off the wall, like legit. This thing's 30 years old, and it jumps right the fuck off the wall. And Justin pulls up the footage, and he's got little orbs and shit floating around. It was pretty fucking freaky, bro.
I was like, all right, I quit.
Like,
here's my notice.
You can't quit. But what we did
Right.
was we give Brandy, which is my sister, we kind of let her post up in the back office, which I go back there, and it's like, okay, we've got fucking rocks and candles and shit set up everywhere. Chicken bones and magic shit and the diffusers. And so needless to say, we kicked her out of there, and we didn't have any problems after that. But I mean, what do you do? But yeah, I think we still got that footage. It was like orbs.
Yeah,
it was
just
pretty
shit flying
freaky,
around.
you know, and nobody was there. But anyways, I did see like a real ghost, like in my life. It was like, I remember I was like 10 or 11 years old, and we lived in Fountain Square, not Minnesota
Shut the
Street,
hell up.
which is not Fountain
I didn't
Square.
live on Minnesota. Close
Anyway.
enough to it, though.
Yeah, anyways. So I remember waking up, and, you know, me and Brandy, we was having to share a room at the time because my Aunt Karen and Michael, that works at V1, they were sharing a room, and Michael was a baby. So they were sleeping across the hall. Me and Brandy was in this room over here. So I woke up, I look across the hall, and there's a fucking midget ghost, dude. It looked like the midget on Willow. I'm not even bullshitting you. It's standing right over top of us. And this is probably late 80s, early 90s. I mean, we had a fucking waterbed, if that tells you anything. Yeah. It's like, dude, you should have seen me trying to get out of this motherfucker, dude. I was like, it's like, Jesus, in the name I rebuke you. Everything I could do to get rid of it. Right. But it didn't go away. So it's like pretty much jumped out of that bed, ran to my mom's room, because I don't fuck with ghosts like that.
Yeah, that's hectic, man.
It wasn't hectic. It was the ghost off of Willow, bro. It was like, how hectic is that? It was like, I should be able to kick that thing's ass.
It should be able to.
Didn't work out that way.
No. And that kind of reminds me, dude, when I was a kid, man, living over near Fountain Square.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what Fountain Square?
Anyway, used to hear my parents talk. I mean, I may have been like 7 or 8, maybe 9 at the time. But like hearing my parents talk, like my dad would talk about, we lived in a 2-story house, and he would always talk about how he would hear this little girl laughing, you know, like upstairs.
Yeah.
If he was downstairs, she'd be upstairs, or you know, vice versa or whatever. He would hear just this little child laughing, you know, when no one else is home, kind of deal. He'd hear this giggle and all that shit, and he claimed he talked to her a couple of times and
Like
all
talk,
that.
like
Yeah,
had an actual
like talk, like
oh,
conversation, shit like that. And then, you know, a little while after that, they would start saying, you know, like the way our living room was set up, we had like the couch against the back wall, and there was a recliner over here, and the TV was, of course, in front. And if you were just sitting there watching TV, you'd swear to God you just saw the recliner.
Something
Fucking like the recliner would just start moving, but when you would look at it, it's not fucking moving. It was kind of like fucking
mind trip.
And I was like, yeah, whatever. Until one day I'm sitting there fucking watching TV, and out of the corner of my eye, I see this fucking chair doing one of those, and it's like,
Did it stop or did it continue?
No, it stopped. Like, you know, okay, no, that's in my head. I'm cool. About 3 or 4 weeks after that, I'm laying on the couch just chilling. I think it was a Saturday morning. I don't know where my parents were.
Huh.
Anyway, I want to say it was a Saturday. It doesn't matter what day of the week it was. But I'm laying there, and I hear this noise in the basement. And what it sounded like is someone dragging a big-ass lead pipe, like the length of the house, across the concrete floor. Just, and like you, like laying there on the couch, you heard it like travel underneath you and just go, like keep going and shit. And I'm like, and it was probably 3 or 4 more times I heard it. And of course, being like 8 or 9 years old, I'm not going down in that fucking basement. No. So yeah, just random shit like that. You know?
There was one other one I got. Me and my buddy, and here we're probably, I know I'm probably 24 at the time, and he was about my age. His name's James, but anyways, his parents had a house in Lawrence, and me and him had just roommated up over here in this neighborhood here behind the store on Thompson.
Okay.
And we went over to his parents during the day, which he was telling me, he's like, this house is haunted, it's scary as all shit. And I'm like, whatever, you know. So we were over there, and we're just kind of rummaging through shit, looking for stuff to pimp out our home, our little pad we had.
Right.
And we're like, okay, cool. So we get over there. We didn't take anything. We just looked around, and we go back to the house. About 3 o'clock in the morning, we got the bright idea. Let's go over to this house, and there was a receiver, you know, like a head unit. Mm-hmm. And we get in there, and I'll be damned, dude. I had my phone taping, dude, and there was some shit that ran out of that back hallway. He's like, yeah, somebody killed themselves in that bathroom. I'm like, the fuck out of here. And I had that fucking footage for like the longest fucking time, dude. It was super sketch, but yeah. And he would vouch for me to this day that was some fucked up shit. We didn't waste no time getting out of there, and yes, that house was haunted as all shit.
Right.
So, anyways, guys, I'm gonna try to talk Charlie into getting on camera. He actually got our house when I was younger possessed by demons, and I'm gonna try to get him to tell the story. Wish me luck, because he's like completely weirdo, antisocial, and probably will clam up, but he's funny as fuck.
Right.
So
if we can get him on camera and warmed up, oh, it's over. It's
if I can keep him from getting weird. Well, that's pretty much what we got, guys. Just trying to lighten it up and make a little something interesting out of nothing, I guess.
Right.
So
It's been a slow couple of weeks, so.
Thank God.
Right.
Anyways, I'm really trying to talk this fucking asshole into going to like a real haunted house and staying the night with. Dude, we can go to like Waverly Hills Sanitarium.
No, we can't. You can. You got a mouse in your pocket?
No, I got a Justin and it's got my bag.
Not at Waverly Hills, no.
We don't have to go to that one. There's places around here we can go to.
Yeah, no.
What's the...
No, there's no we. You keep saying the word we. We, yeah.
You see who the balls in this operation are.
Yeah. all on that side of the table.
Anyways, guys, we appreciate you sticking around. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, and tell this motherfucker in the comment section to never wear this shirt again, because nobody's running anywhere.
Later, guys.
Peace.
Yeah.
A little snapping turtle. Them motherfucking little crotch goblins. Was that wrong to say that?
Anyway, so yeah, definitely, you know.
Spit it out, Junior. Spit it out.
Surveillance.
Spit it out.
Damn it, shut up.
I'm trying to help you.
Insane. The fuck is that beeping?
It's probably Charlie, dude. He's probably set himself on fire again.
He's cool then.
Yeah.
He does it all the time.
Spontaneously combust.
Right.
Yeah, no. Fuck, I was just looking at that beard when.
I know, dude. This is what 3 months of laziness can get you.
And goat milk.
I rub breast milk.
Yeah. And, you know. Anyways, so. Is it coming? Red door is ajar.
Right.